Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about everything postpartum, and I have been through 3 pregnancies, 3 births, so I definitely know what I like and what I don't like, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I really wanted to do this video with you just to go over some different products and my opinions, just because I have a lot to say on it, on the topic, considering my experience. And I know I did a video my last pregnancy, but I feel like this one is going to be a lot more informative. I have a lot more other products to talk to you about, so I'm super excited to get into this video. But before we do start talking about everything, don't forget to go ahead and like this video. If you're into motherhood, lifestyle, pregnancy, you name it, then you're in the right place. So I really hope you like this video, and don't forget to also subscribe to my channel to stay connected about any videos that I post. I will definitely be trying to post some more this year, a couple at least each week. Kind of dropped the ball with that during my 3rd pregnancy, but I am hoping to get back on track. And also follow me over on Instagram, Pieces of Jade. So without further ado, let's get into all the goodies for postpartum. Okay, so we're gonna hop right in. I have my 2 little baskets here with some postpartum items that I absolutely love. So first, let's talk about what they're gonna have at the hospital. So a lot of stuff they're going to have at the hospital for you, like little pad ice packs, pads. They usually wear they usually give you the mesh underwear, and they put the pad there, the nice long ones. They're not the best pads in the world, but honestly, I would just use everything that you possibly can at the hospital, unless there's something that, which I'll go into, that you absolutely need to have to bring. Honestly, they're gonna have everything there for you. So let's get into pads. So I generally I have 3 different, if you can see that, I have 3 different types of pads. So I have just the regular overnight maxi pad by Always. This is my favorite for postpartum. You can just put it right on the mesh underwear or any type of postpartum underwear that you buy. But like I said, I didn't really bring any of these to the hospital because they supply all those pads. This is my stock up for when I get home for the next couple of weeks until the bleeding stops. I also buy a thinner one. I really like these by Always in size 5. So it is heavy for heavy periods or heavy flow or whatever, but it's very discreet. It's a super long pad, but it's very discreet, and they're very comfortable, so you can't really feel that you have them on. So I like those for like later on, after you're not as heavy when you give birth, because these can be kind of bulky and you're definitely going to feel those. But you need that when you're having, you're getting rid of the blood and the other lochia and stuff like that that is coming out after you give birth. Also, I buy these. It's called Always Discreet. They are just like little underwears, but they are like an underwear with a pad. I like these because the mesh underwear is not very like tight. So if you like something that is, it's going to be like more tight on you, and like you don't feel like your pad is just hanging there, then I would recommend these. You could even wear these and put another, this is padded, but you can always put like another pad in there if you need more protection. The only thing I would recommend with these is that you're really only going to need these for like maybe the first 3 to 4 days, because after that, if you're going to wear this and you're just bleeding a little bit, you're literally going to just be this is just like a lot to like throw away, and you're not bleeding that much. So I would probably just get like a really small pack of these to have. Otherwise, if you don't get these, it's not the end of the world. You could seriously just wear the mesh underwear that they give you, which are pretty comfortable. I don't have a pair to show you. And then just, you just change your pad. So whether your flow is light or heavy, you can use whatever pad that you want, and you're not dirtying your regular underwear. I'll get it from the side here, but forgot to put it over here. I also buy, if I have it, oh, there it is. I also buy postpartum underwear because I like high-waisted underwear, so these look pretty big, like granny panties, but honestly this is what is going to be the most comfortable, and you're going to want to buy the size that you are when you're pregnant. Obviously these probably will get bigger on you over time once you start losing weight and the baby weight and stuff, but I like something that goes over my belly button for tummy control, and you could use these in the hospital as well with the pads. I have a couple pair in nude and then a couple pair in black, and then you just wash them. So if you just want to go that route, that's perfectly fine, but gotta love all those pads. Then we're going to get into all the lovely other postpartum care. So what they're going to have at the hospital, they have, this is the way the Peri bottle looks. Just a regular Peri bottle, you know, it squirts up. It's fine and dandy and everything, but I actually just bought this one because I love how it sprays up. There's tons of brands. I think Freedom Mom is a popular brand that sells this, but I just got one off of Amazon, which I don't really remember the brands, but I just got an off-brand off of Amazon. This thing works amazing, but they are going to have that. They're also going to have the Dermaplast spray. They're going to have like an antibacterial soap, which you would mix with warm water in your Peri bottle. And they're also going to have something, it's not going to be the Tux brand, but it's going to be witch hazel pads to put on your pad. You can also request, they used to have the foam. If you like the foam, I actually bought the foam because I do prefer the foam by Freedom Mom, but they're not going to have that at the hospital. But those are the main things that they are going to have. I went ahead and bought one. I think this, yeah, I went ahead and bought one, but like I said, do not buy Tux. This is just me, okay? I wouldn't recommend, unless you run out and you need them when you get home, fine, but I would not buy Dermaplast. I would not buy Tux or anything like that, because they give you all that at the hospital and you're not going to use this whole can, okay? So you're just going to be wasting your money stocking up on that stuff and you're not going to, you know, use all of it. So what I do is I take 2 of the witch hazel pads, put it on the pad, and then I put the foam, and then I also spray, like if you have stitches, which I always had stitches, I would spray that area, and then you have this cooling effect with the foam and the witch hazel. And I like the foam because it does, like, I mean, it's there, but the foam, I feel like it kind of just spreads everywhere in all the right places. But it does kind of give you like a wet feeling, so if you're not really, but it dries up fast. If you don't really like that, you may not like the foam. So it's just kind of trial and error. They gave me the foam with my daughter, my first baby, and I remember really liking it. So that's why I purchased it this time, because they didn't have it at the hospital with my son. I will link all of these products below. I mean, not the hospital ones, but the other ones that I, well, yeah, anything that I can link, I will link it below for you for sure. Another one that I've really been enjoying this time around, and yes, if you're new to my channel, I actually just gave birth not too long ago, and that's why with my third baby, that's why I feel like I'm pretty, you know, knowledgeable about all this stuff. But I really love Earth Mama brand, the herbal perineal spray. I've been using this. You can put it in the refrigerator. It's like a cooling effect. And you can use this, you know, honestly, you continue to use this down there as well. Like if you know, just during the time of month, if you get like, you know, any type of symptoms like yeast infections, itchiness, or anything like that, this is a good spray to have as well. So that is basically what I use down there. Whether you have stitches or not, you're going to want to have all these products. Another thing that I like, especially if you have stitches, because it also helps with, like, you know, they're going to give you pain medication, you know, Motrin or ibuprofen or whatnot, and that definitely helps. But once the pain starts wearing off, I tend to like an ice pack, and they also give you like an ice pack at the hospital. But I feel like you don't really feel, like when you're done giving birth, I feel like you don't really feel it for like a couple of days. That's just me. But they do give you these perineal ice packs. What you do is this is actually a leftover from the hospital, because trust me, you're going to want to take everything that they have there, because you're going to use it. You might want to use the ice pack maybe the first day, but you're not going to really use I mean, my personal experience, I don't really use the ice pack until later on, once the pain meds start wearing off and you're out of the hospital, you're out of that like first, you know, cloud 9 processing phase of having your baby, you're going to want to sit on an ice pack maybe in the evening for like, you know, 15-20 minutes. But this is like, what's cool about these is that they're pads. You break it and it automatically is instant, like instantly frozen. And you can also bleed on this as well. So you just like, I recommend using this with like a tighter underwear because it is pretty heavy. You literally can just put this right in your underwear, or you can use one of the discreet panties I told you and put this right in there and sit on it for 20 to 30 minutes, and it feels really good relief, you know, because your lady parts are all going to be swollen. So I took those from the hospital. I also bought this because they don't really give you too many of those, but this is really cool. This is like a little gel pack that you can use. You can warm it up in the microwave, or you can put it in the freezer, and it comes with these little washable covers. With this, you're gonna have to put, you would put this underneath your pad. So you would put this, because you can't bleed on this. So if you are still bleeding, sometimes, like I said, like after I stop bleeding, that's when I feel like I need this the most, because it still kind of feels like you have, you still kind of feels like, I don't know how to describe it, like swollen or tender down there. Even if you're not bleeding, you can put this right in your panties and then you can just wash this. Now, if you're still bleeding, I would recommend these that are actual pads that you can bleed on. Freedom Mom also sells them, or you can just put like a thin pad over this depending on how much you are bleeding and put this underneath it. This came with this on Amazon. I'll link it. This is the packaging. It's not a brand that I know, but this package contained 2 hot or cold gel bead packs, 4 washable cloth sleeves, 1 resistant storage bag, and you know. Better. So this is hot or cold perineal gel packs, and it came in a pack with this. So I'll link that below. I don't even know what brand that is, but it's been super helpful. I haven't actually used this yet. I used been using the pads since I'm not done totally bleeding, because like I said, I literally just had my baby probably like 5 days ago. I wanted to film this video. I'm having some just baby sleeping, baby girl, and I just wanted to get this video up while everything is fresh in my mind. And I still haven't edited my birth vlog or my any other videos, but I just really wanted to share this with you to help new mamas out and just give them, you know, a real and raw opinion of products that I like. And I'm definitely going to let you know what products to just pass. Like I said, don't buy any of that stuff that I told you to buy, because you're just going to be wasting your money, because you're going to have plenty from the hospital. But I definitely recommend some type of cold ice pack, heating ice pack to use afterwards. And I definitely, one thing I recommend, like if this is your first pregnancy, you're not going to really know what you want. Like I said, I would just go ahead and not buy any of the Dermaplast spray, Tux. They're going to have all that. The things that I recommend buying is a peri bottle like this, because this comes in handy because it's upside down to make sure you get everything. And I recommend this Earth Mama Herbal Spray. Those are the 2 things that I recommend that you get. Everything else you're gonna have. The foam, like I said, you have the witch hazel pads. It's basically the same thing. It just depends on what you like better. So yeah, that is all of the perineal area stuff that you are definitely going to need. Like I said, everything is personal preference. Some other postpartum things that I want to talk about though in this video are breast related. So breastfeeding, whether you're going to breastfeed or not, you're going to want to have this next product that I'm talking about, because when your milk comes in, you do feel very heavy, and it can be very uncomfortable. So I bought these by Lancino. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a very popular breastfeeding brand. But they're also little gel packs that go around your boob, and you can warm them up. Let's see. This is the packaging. I'll link this as well. I really recommend this. Like I said, whether you're breastfeeding or you're not breastfeeding, this will help as you're either, you know, breastfeeding or trying to get rid of your milk. But it's relief for tender breasts, so you can use them cold to help with this swelling, because you do get your boobs get like massive from your milk coming in. You can use them hot if you get like plugged ducts or mastitis. You can also use them hot. I'm sorry, I don't know what is up with my throat. Use them hot while you're pumping, because it has like a little slot in it that will help increase the milk flow. So I have really been enjoying these. I do a combination of formula and breastfeeding, just because that's just what I've always been comfortable with and what works best for me. I love the bonds of breastfeeding, but I also love the convenience of formula. So it's just, I like a little bit of mixture of both. It also comes with this sleeve here, so like if it's cold, you're going to want to put the little sleeve on it. So that's definitely a great product to have, one that I highly recommend. You don't really know what products you need until you've given birth. So that's why, coming from a mom that has given birth 3 times, these are the products that I definitely recommend. There are products a lot of people recommend that honestly they're really not necessary. So that one, and then, okay, you're going to want to get a postnatal vitamin, whatever brand. I just have Nature Made. You want to make sure you can keep continuing to take your prenatal vitamin, but I think a postnatal one is really good. It's also going to help boost your mood, because your mood is going to be all over the place during those postpartum days. So you want to make sure you're drinking plenty of water and taking a vitamin. I also got this it's labor prep tea, but you can also use it for recovery. It's labor plus recovery tea, which I have really been enjoying. It's caffeine-free tea with herbs to support your body throughout labor and recovery. So that is by Pink Stork. That brand also has a lot of postpartum stuff. Like I said, I recommend getting some type of vitamin for recovery, and just they have tons of different stuff. I just take a regular multivitamin, and it helps also with, you know, just leveling out your postpartum hormones and levels as well. I love this Upspring Milk Flow. So I start drinking this right after, in the hospital, right after the birth. You just mix it with water. But it's electrolytes breastfeeding supplement to promote healthy breast milk. It uses the most pretty popular fenugreek seed extract complex, which is in a lot of breastfeeding support products. I really like that. I think it's worked, and it's really I have the berry flavor, and it tastes really good mixed with water. A few other breastfeeding essentials that I absolutely love. I actually just tried this Haka this time around. So this is really good if you're engorged and you just need to kind of have relief. This uses suction, and you put it on your breast, and it kind of just like gets like that let down and kind of gives you relief. You can also use it as you're nursing on one side or pumping on one side, and it will collect the letdown on your other breast. So I think this is a really handy thing to have. My milk flow isn't like, I don't have like a crazy amount of milk. I've never felt like I've had enough to exclusively breastfeed, which is why I always supplement with a couple of feedings with formula. But there are people that, you know, they have no problem with the satisfying their baby just on breast milk. Everybody's experience is different, but I definitely recommend that for sure. I've always used a breast shield or a nipple shield, and a lot of people use this if you have inverted nipples or whatever, but there's so many other reasons why you would want to use this. So I used it with my daughter. I didn't really use it with my son because I didn't really feel the need to, but this time around I made the mistake of not bringing this to the hospital. I would bring it to the hospital. I would also bring your breast pump to the hospital, so you can talk to the lactation nurse who comes by your room, and you can make sure that your latch is good. Like I said, do it then, because you're going to regret not doing it. I mean, you can reach out to the hospital again, and there's tons of groups and stuff like that, but just make sure you ask as many questions in the hospital as far as breastfeeding, if that's what you're doing, as possible. But definitely get a couple of different nipple shields, because what happens is the first 48 hours your baby is going to be on your boob nonstop, and your nipples get so sore. Okay, my nipples always get so sore, but this time around my nipples actually bled. Her latch is, and her suck was so strong that it like literally, I couldn't breastfeed for a couple days because I had, and it made me so mad because I couldn't pump or breastfeed because my nipples were literally like cut up and bleeding, and it was just so painful. So, which leads me to another product. You're gonna want to make sure that you have a nipple cream and constantly reapply that, because that's gonna protect your nipples. It's very, this is not a breastfeeding video, postpartum video. I'm not gonna get too much into detail, but it's very important to, make sure you're applying cold compress, hot compress, nipple cream, whatever. I use Medela, and to have a nipple shield just to prevent that from happening. I was so mad that I couldn't really nurse her for a couple of days, and she's doing fine now, but it's that could hurt your milk supply and things like that, and also cause engorgement because you are too full with milk. So I definitely recommend using these if you're super sore, so to prevent bleeding nipples or prevent any of that happening, so that you don't have to stop for any amount of time nursing. I use the 20 millimeter. I could probably use one more size up, but like I said, you just want to make sure you bring these to the hospital so you can double check with the lactation nurse or consultant or whatever if you're using the right size, because that's something that has always confused me, is am I using the right size phalange? Am I using the right size nipple shield? But these seem to work good for me. I have 3 different ones, and that's what I'm using right now because I don't want to get like bleeding nipples again. So a last few little items for my postpartum necessities, and then I will go ahead and wrap up this video for you. But I couldn't not mention this while we're on the breastfeeding topic. So I use a Medela pump for both of my first 2 kids. I actually wish I would have tried another one, because you get one free through your insurance. So if you're planning on having multiple kids, go ahead and get another breast pump. I mean, it's good to try different ones. Plus, breast pumps get old. Maybe the suction gets, sometimes they wear down and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend going through your health insurance and getting a new one for each pregnancy. I didn't do that for my second, and I wish I had. So this time around, I went ahead and did that. So this was literally, I think I only paid they covered most of it. I think I only paid like $30, which is amazing because this is like $150 pump. So this is the Freemy or more Independence. They have some different ones, but I researched this heavily and I decided to try this one because I have 2 other little kids and I wanted to make sure that I could be as hands-free as possible. With my other babies, I used Medela Pro Advanced, which is an open pump and one of the older models, which works perfectly fine. But you have to you can be hands-free with it, but you're still gonna have to be plugged into an outlet. And I wanted something that I could walk around freely, do things with, and that wasn't just like a cup sticking out of my bra. So these are little cups that go in your bra. Once I use it, I do plan on doing a review. I haven't pumped or anything yet. They don't recommend to actually start pumping for a couple of weeks, so you can establish a good nursing routine. But I will probably do a video on what I think about this once I use it. But I have watched tons of videos and read tons of reviews, and this is what I came down on. So I'm really excited to try this in probably the next few weeks and update you on that. But that is the Freemy Independence pump. So get that pump if you haven't already. Okay, last couple garments I want to mention. Of course, you want to have a nursing bra. I have a couple different ones. A really good company. Now you want to order in advance because they take a couple weeks to get you stuff. But I really am loving Shane right now. Their stuff does come from I believe overseas, China or something, but it's actually really good quality. I got this nursing bra. It's a really cute lacy bra, so you kind of still feel delicate, and it's cute, and you could wear this as a regular bra. So this is the nursing bra that I used in the hospital, and I've been using that one. You can remove the padding if you want. but definitely make sure that you get a really good nursing bra and postpartum underwear. Those are the two necessities. And of course, you just want comfortable clothes. So with comfortable clothes, people say to wear loose clothing. I honestly, like, I have some maternity leggings on right now. I like something that is comfortable but form-fitting, because I want to, your stomach is recovering. Your uterus is going back down to its regular size. So I like something that kind of like holds me in. And with that being said, one product that I did decide to get this time is by Belly Fit, which is their girdle. This is their 2-closure girdle, so you can adjust this as you get down to your pre-pregnancy weight. And it also has a zipper. I never use this in any of my pregnancies. I did try like a little wrap, but I never did that. But I feel like this time around I need something that is going to help me along the way, because this is my 3rd baby, which as you get older and with each one, I feel like it's harder and harder to lose that weight and to get back in shape and get to where you want to be and feeling like yourself again. So I've only worn this, I wore this one day, and I got it when they did the BOGO. So this isn't an extra large for me, because you want to get what you measured when you were pregnant, and then you, of course, as you get smaller, you can adjust this smaller. They said that you can start wearing this as soon as day 3 from giving birth, so around the time that you're going to get discharged from the hospital. Me personally, I did wear it on day 3, and I wore it pretty much the whole day, maybe like 6 hours. And I liked the way it made me feel, like all like sucked in, but I'm still kind of like, my ankles are still kind of swollen, and I feel like it kind of like made it worse. So I feel like you should wait until, I honestly, just my opinion, this is just my experience. Everybody's different. They said it's perfectly fine to wear around day 3 once you get discharged from the hospital, according to their website. And this is a really, really good brand. Belly Fit is amazing. This is not sponsored whatsoever. This is my first time trying them, so this is my very raw thoughts on it. I personally would wait for at least a week, maybe 5 to 7 days before wearing this, because you want your stomach to go down more, because it can be very tender, and I feel like, yes, this is going to help your stomach go down, but I feel like you shouldn't wear it during those early days, the first week when you give birth. That's just my opinion. You should also wait until, if you have any type of swelling or anything, for that to go down. So it might be a little bit too harsh on everything at first. But I think, it's just whatever you're comfortable with. But I really highly recommend getting something like this. I'm super excited to wear it. Like I said, I got 2 sizes. I got extra large to start using right away, which I will definitely be doing that here in a few days. And then I also got a size down, which is a large. They do run small, so if you are thinking about purchasing this, which I'll link it below, I would get a size bigger. I mean, definitely follow their instructions of measuring yourself, but I would get a size bigger, because they do run small, and they do tell you that on the website. So I got a size smaller, which is a size large, that I will be wearing as I get back to my pre-pregnancy weight. So yeah, those are my postpartum necessities from down there to up here. That's everything that I pretty much recommend for postpartum care. Like I said, I will try to link everything below. It may be a little bit after this video gets uploaded, because crazy mom of 3 now. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful, because that's my main goal, to help you decide what you need for the hospital, help you decide these different things, because I know that's something that I struggled with throughout throughout my pregnancies. What do I, like, all these decisions you have to make. So I hope this video was helpful in making those decisions on what you need for the hospital and at home. But I will see you in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.